Hi everyone, this is JT Girl 1 and I am here again to review another horror movie. This time it is very obscure. I made it so obscure that I'm pretty sure almost none of you have heard of it. But that's okay. It is called Hide and Seek. Not to be confused with the Robert De Niro, Dakota Fanning Hide and Seek, but the Jennifer Tilly, Daryl Hannah, and what's his face? Vincent Gallo Hide and Seek. Oh yeah. So, Hide and Seek. This movie I actually saw a very long time ago on demand because I was looking for the Robert De Niro version. And this is way before, if you know me, you know that I love Jennifer Tilly. I adore her as an actress. She's the best. But this is way before I ever became a huge fan of hers. I saw this, I think maybe when it nearly first came out. I don't remember. But 2003 maybe? I don't know. But I remember I was watching it on demand because I was looking for the Robert De Niro version. But they had this hide and seek on demand. And I remember I was like, oh, I'm probably not going to like it. So I just started watching it. And I was like, I sat there and watched the whole thing. I was like, oh, it was so good. So basically the whole plot is Daryl Hannah, who is Anne in the movie, I think her name is, and her husband, who's played by Bruce Greenwood. They're trying to have a baby, and it's not happening for them. So, finally, after a long time of trying, Daryl Hannah, they go to a fertility clinic, and she thinks that she's pregnant, but they go in and they say, no, you're not pregnant, I'm sorry. And, lo and behold, later, her husband leaves and goes out of town, and she's in bed one night, and she is kidnapped by a mysterious figure, and we don't know who it is, but the mysterious figure turns up being Vincent Gallo, and he is married to Jennifer Tilly, and they play Helen and Frank. Helen and Frank. So Helen and Frank have kidnapped Daryl Hannah because little did she know she was pregnant, but Vincent Gallo worked at the fertility clinic where she was getting, where she went, and he fixed the results to make it seem like it was a negative result, but really he knew that she was pregnant, and him and Jennifer Tilly really wanted a baby, so they kidnap her. I guess adoption was out of the question there. So they kidnapped Daryl Hannah, and they're forcing her to give birth to their baby. Now, I guess they kind of hint at that when she was getting artificially inseminated, that he put in Jennifer Tilly's eggs and his sperm. Yeah. So, basically, everyone thinks that she's carrying their baby. So yeah, it's pretty intense. It kind of reminds me of Misery. Um, I don't want to spoil the film because I know a lot of people haven't seen it, but I would highly suggest it. It's a really good thriller. Um, I love Jennifer Tilly, so I think she's great in everything she does. I'm very biased, but I do think she does really well in this movie. Um, I'm not going to give it away, but it's just her and Daryl Hannah near the end. So she goes in between, Jennifer goes in between being like kind of little girlish, like naive to things in the very beginning, and she just like turns um, to like a very violent, crazy, psychotic person, like in like a second. And I think she did that really well. Vincent Gallo, who I've never seen in anything else, is that terrible? I've never seen him. If I have, then I didn't recognize him in this. Um, but I think he did a really good job too. He's really good at playing crazy. I don't know what he's like in real life, but he was very convincing. And there's a scene in this movie where they're trying to force feed Daryl Hannah's character because she's refusing to eat, and they get this pump, and they start telling the story about like how on the farm Frank Vincent Gallo used to have to force feed the ducks, and he would sometimes overdo it, and the ducks would explode, and that kind of just freaks me out because I just don't like imagery like of things exploding. Like I don't know, like people, ducks, it doesn't matter. That just freaks me out for some reason, and that freaked me out in this movie. As far as Daryl Hannah's acting goes, it's a little weak. And I think Daryl Hannah is an okay actress. I loved her in the Kill Bills, but I don't know. It just seems like sometimes she's on and gets it, and then sometimes, like in these movies, she's kind of like she just sits there and pouts and poor me. Like that's just how she seems. Like I don't know. Like she just didn't portray someone who has been locked up for months, like without eating. She's just I don't know. She wasn't. I don't think the pouty, I'm sad, wow, look at me, really worked for her in this one. But other than that, the acting was pretty good. Bruce Greenwood, who plays her husband, Jack, is pretty good in it too, and I've seen him in a lot of things, Bruce Greenwood, and I was impressed. So if you really like movies like Misery and like Fargo, I think it's like Misery and Fargo, you're gonna like Hide and Seek. Um, I really enjoyed it, and I actually really enjoyed it before I even like loved Jennifer Tilly. So like I really enjoyed it, and I think everyone does a really good job. It's just you don't want to have to be put in that position of like being tied to a bed and like being tortured while you're pregnant. It's not very appealing to me. So it's a really scary movie. It's a really good thriller. I highly suggest it, and this has been my movie review of Hide and Seek. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to be putting up more movie reviews, so come back and check them out. Alright, bye. Alright, guys. Thank you, bye.